Look at him go. This kid was born to steal.
See?
What?
Oh, that is exactly what I'm talking about. Did you hear that?
Oh, he said Jack was born to steal bases, not TVs.
Why are you just standing there?
Because you're not going to have me going around here playing the race card all willy-nilly. I'm not Donald Trump.
Are you serious?
Bro, I think this is more of a sports thing and not a race thing.
We think so too. Thank you. Okay. Dre, you're the Marco Polo of racism. You find racism everywhere.
Because racism is everywhere, except here.
Okay.
Hey, Jack! Run like the cops is on your ass! Woo! So that was fun, huh?
Which part? The part where you threw me under the bus or the part where you stepped on the gas?
What?
You had me looking like a jackass, Dre. You just left me flapping in the wind all flippity flip-flap. I thought we were Team Johnson.
We are, babe. But...
All those moms looking at me like I was a nut.
Oh, there were some dads, too. Why do I blurt?
Even if you thought I was wrong, which I was not, you should have had my back.
Okay, so you want me to act like you're right even when you're wrong.
Precisely.
And agree with you when I don't.
Yes, that would be best.
Okay.
Dre, you've been to the museum since we opened up the new wing, right?
What? I practically live in that wing. I love wings.
You'll have to come down when we open our retrospective on Matisse.
Try and stop me. All right, two things I love. Wings and Matisse.
Oh. I couldn't help but to overhear you guys are talking about one of my favorite artists.
He's wonderful.
I recently dragged Dre to one of his exhibits, and even he got it.
Did
what?
I don't remember going to see Matisse. I tend to remember doing things I hate, but she's the expert.
I think that he is one of the greatest surrealists. I do. And this idea that what is real lies right behind what you actually see, I mean, that's mind-blowing to me.
Why are they looking at her like she has a big old booger in her nose? Let me Google this real quick. We did go see some artist that started with an M. M-A-M-A-M. Ooh, matchups for the new college football playoff system. That's cool. Damn it, Dre, stay on track.
I actually get uneasy when I see a man in a suit with a bowler hat and there isn't a giant piece of fruit obscuring his face.
Bowler hat. Magritte. She's talking about Magritte. Wrong guy. I'm gonna tell her. I can't tell her. She said not to disagree with her in public. But this is different, right? Babe.
Ciao.
Hey.
I hope we get to talk more.
Hey, babe.
Yeah. Hey, killing it.
Okay.
I love it.
Mwah.
Oh, I love art.
That was amazing. I was on fire.
No doubt. I don't think anybody even noticed that Matisse thing.
The what?
The Matisse thing. You know, everybody was talking Matisse, but you were talking Magritte.
Wait, are you... No. What?
Uh-huh.
Dre, get off the phone.
Hey, I did not interrupt or contradict you. You're welcome. You killed it, Dre.
You had time to Google it and you didn't tell me?
Dre, I referenced Magritte like 10 times.
I know. You know a lot about Magritte.
Are you trying to make me stab you? Dre, I can't believe you did that to me again.
Hold up. Are you saying I threw you under the bus by not throwing you under the bus?
Yes!
What? I don't understand the rules.
All right, somebody's right away. I'm with Dre. What are the rules? She just said at the beginning when, look, with the whole baseball thing, I could see the racial implication if you want to veer that way, okay? I am a person that could also see racism. I guess, as she said, I could be the Marco Polo also. But there's other ways to see it as well. If you saw the baseball scene where their child was running and, you know, he was born to steal, if you are more geared towards racism, yes, you're going to hear that. But if you just hear the announcer saying what the kid is doing in the context of baseball, then you probably will not see it that way, okay? But what's going on here? She's talking about no matter what happens. And I've gone through this with my wife, okay? She's told me the exact same thing, and I'm still a little confused. She has said, in public, just have my back, okay? Even if there's a possibility I could be wrong, which in her head, more likely she's not. But if it is, just not in public. Take me aside in private. Let me know. Fill me in. She always tells me that if she could be wrong, prove it. And I only do that when I know I have definitive proof. But I could see how to agree, not in public. All right. Now with the second part where she was just completely wrong. Again, what did she also say? That even if she's wrong, don't interrupt her. That is what she said. That's what Dre heard, right? But that is also one of the situations where we are supposed to not take what our wives say literally, and we're supposed to figure it out. Although, granted, Dre did have a sense of hesitation, right? When she knew his wife was wrong, he said, is this the exception? But instead, and I see this as well. I've done this. I remember what my wife said, and I let her hang there. I let her hang on her own. And afterwards, did the rules change? It seems like with this, it's a case by case. So, the first scene with the baseball, that was that case by case, and she spoke on it. It's apparently that does not carry over to the second scene, and Dre was supposed to stop her and tell her to have her back. Now, I do see it, okay? If my wife, although granted my wife says she does not speak about things she does not know about, but there have been exceptions, and I have stopped her, and I kind of would change the subject to something else, and then she would take me aside later and ask me, hey, what was that all about? And I would explain it to her, and she's like, what, really? I still have to prove that she was wrong to her. And I did, and then finally she's like, okay, I get it now, let's move on. So, guys, we have to try to use our best judgment, even if it means going against what our wives have told us to do and not to do. It's not easy, okay? Trust me. But once you take your action and she doesn't understand, take her aside, explain it, and hopefully they understand it. Especially if it's about her being wrong, that I know I am not the guy to have that conflict. But sometimes you just make sure, I say this. Take her side, even if she could be wrong, but doesn't want to be seen as wrong in public. But if she is wrong, and it's like a huge gap that she's wrong, please change the subject and take them aside. And at the end of the day, they should, and hopefully they do, appreciate what you did.
For the baseball thing, I would say I understand both sides, especially depending where you are as far as where you're going for sports. And normally, I would say probably half the time, it could be something race related. So, but as Mafuchi said, and as I said in the clip, it could depend on the lens you're looking out of. So if you're thinking something is racist, that's just what you're going to think, no matter how it comes off or the context of the situation. Because when I first heard it, I'm like, I'm not looking at anything as racist because I watch sports and some people are gifted in certain ways. So if he's very fast, he is born to steal bases. If you hear something different, that's a you thing. But the second part of the clip where Rainbow jumped in on Dre's conversation with these people, she thinks she heard one name, one of something else. Now, if I'm Dre, I'ma do something to get her attention to know, hey, something you're saying is not correct. After I'm Googling and yes. So I'm gonna either give her a nudge, squeeze her hand, do something to kind of get her attention, or whisper in her ear the actual proper name. So we're not later on in the night fighting about how he did exactly what she told him to do. Either way, it would have been a lose-lose situation for Dre. Just because he did exactly what she asked him to do, but yet, when she was looking stupid, he did nothing and made her look stupid. So, he was not in a win-win situation at all. But I think when it comes to stuff like that, really like have some type of signs, some type of signals or whatever, where it's like, oh, if I look at you this way, do this, do that, something's up. And then you can kind of pull yourself out of that situation, and then you can talk about it later. But Rainbow can't really blame Dre because she said, do not throw me under the bus. But then by not letting her know that what she was talking about is not what they were talking about, he still gets in trouble. So, lose-lose situation for Dre.
Ain't that the truth, man? I fell for Dre right there in that one. I've had that too. Oh, shit.